this front yard pond, the water's finally all cleared up. And if you ever have a spitter that gets clogged, you can shove those little plastic tubings that come from the weed whacker into the mouth and jam it all the way through. One of these days I'll have to do a video and show you how to unplug your spitter with a weed whacker cord. Works really well. It rained last night. There's some horrid noise down there. I think the city is digging more cement up. I cobbled more on the path, and I also moved the big heavy red bench. I need to work on the stones on that end a bit more, flatten them out a little bit more. Next project, I need to cut away the grass from here. It's the grass and the weeds. Like my nephew did that, but it's kind of like a butcher job. He's not very good at it. So, but he tried. E for effort. And these orange gazanias, I just keep them dead-headed. And they always bloom. The trailing portulaca is spectacular this year. It's the first time I had that trailing portulaca. But it comes in the two colors, the pink and the yellow. And it only opens for the daytime, and then it dies out. All the blooms will be dead by the time the sun goes down. There'll be, before the sun goes down, all the blooms will be dead on the trailing portulaca. But then, by morning, there'll be a whole new set of new blooms. It makes new blooms overnight. That's the trailing portulaca does that. That yellow and pink trailing portulaca. And not sure what's going on over there, but it's awful noisy. I got a new trellis for that rose. That's the Hand Cobbled, can be trained to climb. The other red rose right there, that's the Alexander Mackenzie. And these pink roses over here, those are the Martin Frobishers. And they're hardy. There is my Rebecca, the big yellow bush. Never fails to flower and make a beautiful stand that can wave nicely in the wind. And look at how big that Rebecca is, the yellow Rebecca. Not sure what type it is. And my cobbling, I've been working on the cobble. There's some, I'm constantly doing stuff. And do not allow the weeds to grow. And look at my goji berry bush. Hopefully I'll have lots of goji berries. I thought I did see goji berries. I don't know what's happening to them. I think the birds are eating them as soon as they're ripe. And this is the beautiful cobble. Some of these stones are quite big. These two stones that I'm walking on right now are quite big. And then there's sand. This is a big stone too. And these are fairly big. It just makes walking easier. And I have to finish. And then over here, there'll be more of the black cement pieces to unite the chaos of the cobble. Look at how beautiful that is. And that one's all cobble. This one here, has a bit of symmetry in pieces that are the same, which are these feet and these red round circles add a bit of symmetry to the cobble around the pond. And the new taro leaf is bigger than the last. Each new leaf that the taro bursts will be bigger. There's some succulents stuck in the moss, and there is a new leaf unwrapping. The lily is done flowering. Hopefully there'll be more. And the hornwort is finally starting to grow quite nice. Let's see if I can... There is the fish that was injured. Right there. You can see he's well. And he's swimming around. He's a little beat up, but he's doing good. I never moved him. I just used the liquid pond peat. He was so weak and so sick. At one point, he was in the weeds there laying, and I thought he was going to be dead. And then so he obviously had some traumatic injury. And then several days later, he got fungus. And fungus is an infection for fish. And it can kill them like an infection can kill humans. But the liquid pond peat is a good natural fungicide. And it's good to keep things tidy here. It's a hornwort. Oh, it's a hornwort. Just groom out the leaves. Oh my God. Does that mean fall is coming? And that is underneath the yellow flag. I move the hornwort. And then it goes to the other side. The sun is coming in just nice. You can see the fish are swimming about in a very fast manner. They have obviously lots of oxygen. And they are doing well. They're looking for food. If your fish are moving sluggish, then you know that they're getting low on oxygen. So that's good to keep an eye out if your fish appear sluggish. They should all come running, and they should have lots of energy. And if you don't move them for 20 years, they'll be extremely friendly. But I want to make this pond bigger. Hopefully they still stay friendly. When I make that pond bigger, I'll have to move them. Poor things, I forgot. Oh, there's the food. Fish are starved. This poor things. They are eating more dog food right now than my 2 old puppies. This is the high quality puppy chow that I've been feeding to the fish for at least 10 years. And everybody seems fine. The sick fish recovered. Saturated fat's good for me, and it's good for my fish. So I feed them the puppy chow. That's a smaller breed puppy chow, so the pebbles are smaller. And that is today in Canada.